Here I will demonstrate some software that I have written to read one of these RFID tags using a custom extension board for the Raspberry Pi, which I'm pointing at now. Now, if I place this tag onto the antenna, initially nothing's going to happen because this isn't a high tag, so you can set the reader mode to the corresponding tag type, and the reader board's LED will reflect that it can see that tag. You can also change the frequency at which the tag monitoring happens using the polling delay function, and you can also see that behavior reflected in the LED. The acknowledge tag function essentially looks for a tag on a timer, and if it doesn't find one, it will just time out, but it will return a tag status. The read page allows you to choose a specific page to read, but it will only check once, so if there is some kind of problem, it will return an error code, all of which are described in the spec. In a moment, I'll show you a code snippet that you can pause that shows how the read all pages tag works, more or less. It's not intended for production, but merely to give people an idea of how to build this on their own using this hardware. But essentially, what you are doing is cycling through all of the pages in a tag, checking each one by one on a timeout. So it will keep trying until it catches something or runs out of time. I've deliberately pulled the tag up to show you that timeout working here. Now, if you wanted to use two antennas and read two tags at the same time from one of these extension boards, this very artistic diagram shows roughly how that works. You cannot have both set to high, that is, set to be able to read data at once, so you have to, as it were, traverse the antennas in a V shape, setting one to high and the other to low in a very fast loop. At time of recording, I actually didn't have access to a multi-antenna board, so I'm showing you a simulated version of how that would look here, but the code itself works as per the repo, which is publicly available. This GUI and the functions it contains are intended just to give users of these boards an idea of how they work, rather than for that code to be copied and pasted, but the algorithms being used form the basis for doing a lot more with RFID tags.